This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed comedian, writer, producer, actor, he does it all, Mr. Jake Keefe. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at Jake's incredible talent.
Look, I don't know what your mom told you about me, but I'm not looking for anything serious right now.
Oh, yeah. She told me you had a kid. Have a kid. Had a kid.
You know what's wrong with you? You are so much older than you think you are.
Please stay. Look, I get it. I'm an asshole. I'm 30 and I don't have a job and I live with my parents and all of my friends are dead. Like all of them. Being 30 sucks. It fucking sucks. I've been hanging out with people who are 60 most of the week. It's nice to hang out with someone who's 35.
I'm 32.
I was close. Please stay.
Buy us some shots.
Oh, I don't think they serve.
So now I have this mortgage and I'm making half the amount I was making, but it's a mortgage, so it's gonna keep going on for 20 years whether I like it or not.
Mortgages sound awful.
They are awful.
Being an adult sucks.
Yes.
Mortgages, kids.
Kids are great.
Kids are gross. They shit and they throw up everywhere.
No, kids are great. They're the future.
What future? This virus is killing everybody. There's no future.
I'm a little drunk. Do you know that phrase, I would not have sex with you if the world was ending?
You mean I wouldn't have sex with you if you were the last man on earth?
Let's get out of here.
Well, hello, Jake. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing so much better now that I'm finally speaking with you. And I want to know, Jake, first and foremost, when did you realize that you had a funny bone?
Man. I started doing comedy when I was 13. And I mainly did it just to like hang out with people. And, one of my best friends was going out and doing musicals and improv comedy. And I was very lucky to have a small community theater near me that allowed us to experiment with improv, which was great. So I think in my teenage years, I thought that I was funny. And then in my late 20s, I realized I shouldn't do comedy because I think I'm funny. I should like find a better purpose for doing it if I'm going to spend the amount of time that I do. So I started teaching, and I've really used comedy now as a way to form communities, which I think is fun, and like what a great reason to do it, right? Anything can be funny, but very few things can help bond people in a way that comedy does.
I love that. I agree with you. I think comedy also, and you probably can attest to this, there's a universality to it that even if you don't know the language, that there's something about the rhythm and the cadence and the expression that is truly transcendent.
Yeah, it's been such a beautiful thing to see, like post lockdown, right? When people are allowed to get back together, I started producing live shows in a safe way as soon as I could. And the need to be with other people and laugh about, the absurdities of what life has become and will continue to be was so therapeutic and like necessary. It was just great. And it's beautiful to just all be in a space together and enjoy doing art, doing comedy, like just laughing about how often you have to sanitize and how dry it makes your hands. It's fun stuff.
Oh my God. I mean, on top of that, how interesting is it to walk around whatever city you live in with people wearing masks and you constantly think everyone's mad at you? Or is that just me?
Yeah. Or how good you get at recognizing people based on their eyes. I've never looked deeper into people's eyes than I have with masks on now.
I've never worn so much eye makeup. Jake, we can yes and all day, but let's move
beautiful.
forward because listen, I love the fact that not only are you continuing to shine your light as the person, dare I say, in front of the camera, as an actor, as a comedian, but that you also have this ability in a tool within your tool belt to go to 20 and 30,000 feet as a writer and a producer. Talk to me a little bit about how, as a writer and producer, you have been able to keep creatively, keep the creative juices flowing throughout these past 18 months, and also B, what you're most looking forward to specifically with those two tools in your tool belt, in creating things moving forward.
Sure. So I think so I'll start a little bit before the pandemic. I made a short film, which you just showed a clip from. So I made that short film in 2019. That was my first reel. I spent several years on this script. I'm really calling in all my favors, like really putting all of myself into this project. Again, I made this in 2019. It was a short film about a pandemic. And then we finished post in March of 2020. And I could not do anything with it. I submitted it to film festivals. I put it online, right? And the reaction was, "This is really great. You should be very proud of this. This is way too prescient. This is not the time for this." And correct, right? Like totally correct. So that made me go into the last 18 months going, well, I cannot be precious with anything. If this thing feels immediate and necessary and like I need to get it out of my brain, let's do that. But I cannot hold it dear and precious in a way that I'm going to make this 5-minute video and it's going to go viral and I'm going to be famous. Like, it's one of those things where it really made me understand the importance of this thing is momentary and it can be important in its moment, but all that matters is that it is there and it has gotten out and I'm ready to move on to the next.
I think that is such an amazing mindset, Jake, that you've obviously done enough work on yourself to get to, because I think of all the artists that I've been so blessed to speak with, over 700 in the past 8 months all over the world, I think that there's just a new, and I know this as an artist as well, that there's a newfound sense of gratitude in not thinking so much about the destination, but truly enjoying the journey of just creating, kind of almost like, I guess, reacquainting ourselves with that child in us, that childlike sense of wonder of just doing the thing because it's fun, and then letting the world and society and the universe and whoever you believe in figure out all the sexy things like likes and retweets and virality. So I think that's an amazing thing, that a conclusion you came to with your art in general.
Yeah, let the marketing department deal with marketing.
I want that as your memoir title. Listen, Jake, final question for you, my friend. And again, I just want to let everyone know, for more on the amazing Jake Keefe, you can read more about him right below this video. Jake, if you could give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Start meditating earlier. Like, pick that habit up at like 15 or 16 instead of 27, 28. That'd be spot on right there.
Jake, I freaking love it. You're amazing, my friend. Incredibly funny, but also a really great person of the planet. And I'm so grateful for your time today and that we're now connected.
Yeah, thanks for having me.